Daily Parsha Insight for Tuesday, the third Aliyah of the Parsha of Re'eh, and we're going to talk about we talked about the phenomenon of a false prophet who can do a miracle, but he's telling you to go against God, to the Torah. So it says, be wary, don't listen to him. God's just testing you. So the insight of today, on page 156, in the Chayenu says, God is only testing you. Why is God giving the prophet the power to do a miracle if he's a lowlife and trying to get you to go against God and the Torah? God's testing you to see if you can overcome this challenger and if you really love God with your heart and soul. We are tested when we witness a lack of divine favor. Why do bad things happen to good people? That is a big test. Where's God to these good people? Voices from both within and without mock the sufferer's naive belief. When someone who's suffering, they believe God has a plan. Oh, you're just naive. When God's presence is hidden in these situations, it simply means that God wishes to grace us with a closer, more intense relationship with God. In order to preserve our faith with God in the face of situations that test the faith, when bad things come someone's way, and a good person trying their best, and yet still there's a challenge, a suffering, we have to draw a super rational commitment to God, saying, I don't understand everything. God has a plan. I believe. Right. When we pass the test and we hold strong and we don't fall prey to the illusions of God's departure, then that's a test. That test disappears. Pass the test. Because what was the purpose of the test? The Torah tells you when God brings a false prophet to challenge you or your faith.
Get closer.
To see how deep you can dig in, deep love and reverence and belief in God despite the challenge. And then the test is served. You pass the test. Ding dong. And then what happens is you're left after the test with greater connection, belief, love, and awe of God. That becomes part of your normative consciousness. Understand? So God's trying to test you to upgrade your love, awe, and belief in God after the test, during and after.
Wow.
Mitzvah of the day.
Scott.
Mitzvah of the day for Tuesday. The 130th prohibition in the book of mitzvahs is we're forbidden from eating sacrificial meat, which has become impure. So sacrificial meat slaughtered on the altar, the Kohen eats it, it touched a bad, impure thing, can't eat it. 129 prohibition is a person who impure. They touched, let's say, a corpse. They're forbidden from entering. They're forbidden from eating the sacrifice. So the meat, if you're pure, but the meat is impure, sacrificial meat, you can't eat it. If you're impure, the meat's pure, you can't eat it.